What is going on, my beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how do you know you're starting the right business for you. All right, so welcome back, guys. If you are watching this, I just want to thank you for just watching this and, just helping me grow this channel. I know it's going to be a long ride, but I'm definitely ready for it. And I'm really starting to enjoy making these videos. I'm coming up with a lot of ideas that I'm really excited for that I'm going to be mentioning on the second video and probably on my Instagram. I'm just excited. Thank you, guys. So if you are watching this and you're not subscribed, subscribe, like. You already know what to do. So yeah, let's get started. How do you know you're starting the right business for you? Number one, does the business align with your desired lifestyle? Let me explain this one a little bit because it took me a while to understand this actually. When I had a business, when I started my first business, I just thought about money, making money, getting some cash to live more comfortably and, to just not have money be a problem in my life. And I never even thought about what my lifestyle would look like in this business. In the beginning, I just said, I like cars. I don't have that much money to start up. So what can I do? And even though that was great, or it was good, I don't regret doing it because I was young and it was the only thing I could do. And I started working on cars. Eventually, I realized that that's not what I wanted my lifestyle to look like. And what my lifestyle looked like is I would have to go to work, physically work on these cars, and, the shop would have to be open certain hours. So no matter what, even if I wasn't there, and when I started hiring people, I would still need to pay attention to, whoever was running, or to pay attention to the business. I had to just make sure I was always aware of what was happening at the shop, including the building, if something went bad with the building. In the beginning, especially, it's definitely a different lifestyle because of the fact that I don't have enough money to hire people to do some of this stuff. So it meant I had to do a lot of this stuff, which also meant at the time that I was tied down to a building. I just wasn't thinking about like online businesses or any other kind of business for that matter. To me, it was just, I thought about, okay, I like cars. I don't have that much money, so let me start this. And like I said, as much as I don't regret this, the more I learned, the more experience I got, the more I started to think, what do I want my lifestyle to be like? And align that with the business that I'm starting. So now, like I mentioned in previous videos, I like doing a lot of e-commerce because I'm not tied down to a building. The scalability is higher. So everything just kind of aligns more with my personal lifestyle. I could travel more. I could move around more. It's a lot more flexible. There's not really any certain hours. I could just work a couple hours. Whether it's me or my team, we are very flexible. We all have I'm also able to give my employees flexible schedules. So all that has a lot to do with it. And that's something that I really, really like to think about now when I'm starting a new business. And I always suggest that to people. There's people that love to work with their hands and want to do that for the rest of their lives. So I suggest doing that. Why? Because then if you don't do that, it becomes boring. A lot of people don't like doing the online thing, don't like traveling. They just want to do something, from their house, whether it's a small business or in their town, and stay in one town that they love for the rest of their lives. Then you should think about that before you're starting the business. Number two, do you have the resources to make this business successful? And what I mean by resources, obviously, one of it is money. Do you have the money, or do you have the resources to get the money to fund this business that may not be profitable in the beginning? Do you have, the friends, family support, to make this business happen, because you are going to have to make a lot of sacrifices? Do you have resources if you're starting a product? Do you have the resources to actually make this product, whether you have a manufacturer in China? Or having the resources sometimes just means being resourceful, which just means being open and actively looking for people to help you out, because a lot of people don't like looking for other people and they want to do everything themselves. I was actually guilty of this. I would always want to do everything myself. And when I started being open-minded about leaving things to other people. Like, for example, a lot of my manufacturing now gets done in China, or just in big factories that, you know, allow me to just do what I do best, which is grow brands instead of focusing too much on the labor itself. Either do you have the resources to make this business happen, or are you resourceful enough to make everything in this business happen? Very good question to ask yourself. The third one, which I think is really important, is, does your business have an ultimate goal that means something to you? Again, I'm going to bring it back to like some of my businesses. When you have a business or you're starting a business, and like I said, you're not thinking really clear, you're just like, okay, I have the money for this, I think it's a good idea, let's run with it. Even though it's great and it's good to experiment, if you're going to experiment, you might as well just give it some thought, so that way you have the best chances of succeeding at this new business that you're starting. When you have a business, and like I said, I'm going to bring it back to one of my first businesses, which it was a automotive shop. I just thought about it quick. I had enough money to start it, and I just went ahead and did it. I wasn't thinking about the ultimate goal. I wasn't thinking about how much does it mean to me, like what am I doing it for. I didn't have all these thoughts, and now I think about this, like, what am I doing with this? Like, so if I start a product, what is the end goal, and does it mean something to me? Because the thing is, if it doesn't mean a lot to you, it's not really sustainable, because you're going to get bored. And if you get bored, your business usually, you're not going to pay attention that much to your business, and your business eventually is going to go down. No business survives if you don't make money, especially if you're not profitable. And no business makes money if you don't put any effort into it. So when you're thinking about starting a business, make sure you are thinking about the goal and how much that goal means to you, because the more it means to you, the more you're going to work hard every single day to keep this business growing and just make it bigger and bigger, and then it's just gonna become a successful business. That's pretty much it for today's video. I hope it helped you out. And actually, if you do have a business and you're starting to think, oh, maybe I didn't think about all these things, well, there's always a way that you can work on your business. Even if you didn't think about these things in the past, you can think about them now. Let's say you have the same business I had, a mobile detailing business, and you're starting to think like, oh man, is this really what I want my lifestyle to be for the rest of my life? You could shift. You could always pivot your business to be the way that you want it to. You don't actually have to work in your business. You could start setting it up where you put systems in place to hire people, to train people. You could set it up for the future to be a franchise, and that way you're working more on like the online and the scalability of your business as opposed to the labor in your business. And and what is the ultimate goal? You could have programs in place where you help out people, like single mothers, for example. You have a program, so then that builds some actual meaning to your company. You can start supporting different charities, and that can drive you to wake up every day and be more successful at your own business that you have now. So a lot of these things, they're not just good to think about before you start a business, but also if you have a business now, you can always think about this and always do something to better your business and better your lifestyle. Kind of make those two come together, and literally just, your business sometimes becomes your life. So why not make it go with your lifestyle and align with your lifestyle? So yeah, that's all I have for today. Like I said, stay tuned for all the exciting things I have coming, and I'll see you guys on the next one.